Manchester City 6, Manchester United 3. Can't believe I'm actually saying this, but wow, what a game. First of all, credits to Man City, great team, and Haaland, unstoppable player, but it was tough to watch. Very, very tough to watch. I think, obviously, we were very, very poor. Man U was very, very poor. And City, too, were very good as well, And as usual, and I say this a lot in a lot of the videos I do, the warning signs were there. We started the game. We all knew City were going to be on the front to try and get an early goal. And the warning signs were there. They had a couple shots on goal. The here says when McTominay clears two, blocks them from going. And then, we cannot get the ball in the middle of the park. The ball falls to Sancho. There's an easy pass through to Bruno that if he is able to get through, we're in for a chance. Nothing is guaranteed. We're never guaranteed a goal. But then he loses the ball. And then, out of that, City go on the left and then they score. I felt the referee was poor. It was poor because Dalot had the first tackle in the first minute and then he booked him. I don't think it was ready for yellow, but I think that affected Dalot's game in a way. Dalot's ability to be aggressive. Coming to United, City, Foden and Haaland scored hat-tricks, I think the last goal was shaky. I think the ball had gone out for a turn, but that doesn't really matter, to be honest, because the game was already over. Let's be honest with it. And City deserved to win the game. We weren't coming here to argue about no goals or whatever. But I'd say this: we were 1-0 down, and for the moment, Varane just stepped out before he could come in again. City took the corner, and Haaland took advantage. Varane was injured, and it was clear because the third goal where De Bruyne crossed it, and I don't see why Varane couldn't stretch to clear that or don't let that ball. They didn't let that ball get all the way to the back post for Haaland. So that was tough to watch. But our front line today was, wasn't good. I'd say that. I'd say good, but and for me, I'm going to talk about a few players because I'm really frustrated, but I've actually calmed down. But the thing is, no matter how bad the performance is, one thing you can't, let go. You can't stop giving is the effort, and that is where a certain player was really lacking, in my opinion. This player, I'm going to name Sancho. He's a player who's been protected a lot by the fan base, who's, because he's quiet, doesn't talk on social media, so he gets away with a lot. But if we're being very honest, Sancho is not it. I think he's been here enough time for us to start seeing some performance. Even in the games he scored, he's not been convincing. His performances haven't been convincing. Even in the first half, yes, the front line wasn't doing anything, but you could see the effort. Anthony was trying something. Rashford was trying something. These players run. They go into 50-50 tackles. They give it their all. Sancho, and I saw this tweet even on Twitter, and it was true. Sancho plays like that guy who doesn't want anyone to touch his white Air Forces, and it's true. He doesn't want to go for 50-50 tackles. Cannot beat a player. Doesn't track back. Cannot help defend. He doesn't have the speed, so that's okay. But he can't do anything. Offers nothing, and he's no impact. And he keeps getting away with it week in, week out. Now the first goal, he got the ball in a position where he could have just given it to Bruno, and then made the run. Probably Bruno that tried to find him, or there were other players who were also running. We could have created a chance. We really wanted to. But what was even more painful is that that was going to be our first opening of the game after soaking in so much pressure, and then we give it away and they go out and then they actually score. Quality finish from Foden, but Sancho's performances have been very, very poor for a while now. People gave him the first season saying his first season, whatever. Even this season, he hasn't been good. I know he scored a couple goals, couple key games, but ask yourself this question. He was fit over the break. He's been scoring goals this season. He's had a couple assists, but he still didn't get a call up for England. Some people say it's Southgate or whatever, but if you watch if you watch the game, Sancho's performances have actually been very, very, very poor. And I think it's time he really warms the bench. From Ten Hag, there's a lot of drastic changes. McTominay today was not good. McTominay and Eriksen could not really handle the City midfield. I'll play them. And, that's okay. It's not okay, it's not acceptable, but these players give the effort, and that's okay. That's what you can take. Definitely, there's going to have to be some changes to him. I felt Malacia had a very, 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 very poor game today. He struggled with Foden, and that was, I didn't even feel I felt Lisandro I didn't see much wrong he did. He didn't have but at the end of the day, they considered 6, so I guess he could get some blame. But I feel Varane getting injured also sold the game for us, because he getting injured, they scored the second goal, and then he'll just let the ball go up behind him for the third goal, and then that was game. Because I felt like at 1-0, if you keep the game at 1-0, you don't know anything could happen. But Ten Hag, I don't know. Well, it's easy to say this, because he came on and scored. But as you know, I've always been a fan of Martial starting. But I mean, it's okay. Like, Martial was injured, and he had to come on as a sub, and that's fine. But I think going forward, it's clear that Rashford too struggles when he's up top. Is Rashford's best moments for us this season, or his best performances for us this season, has been when he's been on the left. And Anthony, today the effort was there. Like, even the goal was nice. Don't get me wrong, but the efforts, I saw him track back a lot. I saw him try to tackle, and I'll say this: he holds onto the ball for too long, and sometimes he takes too many shots. But overall, I'll take that somebody who is trying than. Unlike someone like Sancho, who is just running around, not doing nothing, not impacting the game anyway, but collecting a paycheck. That's unfair. I think as fans we deserve more than that, and he keeps getting away with it because I don't know, he's a fan favorite. But I think we've reached the point where we've got to be very honest with ourselves about some players. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Casemiro came in, did better than McTominay for sure. It was quality. Still had a couple shaky moments, but I feel like Casemiro, it's really the time where Casemiro has to start. McTominay, but fair play to McTominay. He played well for a couple of games, but now he's not played well. He's going to have to be taken out of the side, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to play well every game. At the end of the day, Casemiro is supposed to be the starter. So I also think Luke Shaw is going to come back in. Luke Shaw played well for England, and Luke Shaw is one who's thrived with competition. And with Luke Shaw, he's able to own up to his performances. Even he had an interview recently where he owned up that he understood why he was benched, and then he's just going to keep working hard and waiting for his moment to come. And today's moment came. He came in. He didn't do any wrong or do anything right, like the best. But I mean, he's probably likely going to start the next. So if I'm Ten Hag, it's a lot to change, but the effort from a player like Sancho, especially Jadon Sancho, he's going to have to sit up. If he wants to stay in this club long term, he's going to have to sit up. He's had this one season where we give him time. It's a make or break season for him. If he does not, because I've not seen anything from Sancho yet that makes it feel like, yeah, this guy can change the game. He doesn't impact games, does not create chances for us, cannot beat a man, cannot track back. For me, it does not going for 50-50 tackles, and we cannot have those kind of players here. That's the problem. If he's not ready to do that, I'm sorry. Bruno today didn't see in the game poor passes, but with Bruno's high risk, high reward. But he also had a couple passes that could have created a few chances here and there, could have helped. But we weren't really sharp enough or intensive enough for this game. I mean, it just shows you how far we are. It's still early days in Ten Hag's rebuild or his project, but it's a lot to have to learn from this. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the game. Congrats to Man City on the win. And I mean, the big picture is 0 points. I mean, it's embarrassing to lose in such fashion and to lose to Man City. But positives, Anthony Martial came on and he showed I know the game wasn't as intense or City had down tools at the time, but he still showed a couple things that he could do. And I think Martial is definitely our starting striker. So let's see what our team looks like, when everybody's, fit and firing. But, it was poor. I think Casemiro, Shaw, and Martial start the next game. I think Rashford and Anthony start on the wings. As for the midfield, I don't know if he's going to twist something, maybe Fred and Eriksen or Bruno, mix it up a bit. Let's see something different. Let's see what the others can do, because some players deserve the benching. Like Sancho, Sancho has to warm the bench, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's what I think. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.